Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first debate of the vintage versus modern debate. Today, we will be debating on relationships, that is, arranged marriage versus modern relationships. To represent these, we have Toastmaster Alok, who will be representing the arranged marriage, and we have Toastmaster Tushar, who will be representing modern relationships and dating. We'll go ahead with the debate. I'll be showing my timers cards to signal them. So let me share my screen. So is my screen visible to you, Toastmaster Alok and Toastmaster Tushar?
Yes, they are visible.
So we'll begin the debate with Toastmaster Alok going chronologically. So Toastmaster Alok, who will be representing arranged marriage, will be posing his first question to Toastmaster Tushar based on the articles they have received as the opening statements. So we'll be going ahead with Toastmaster Alok. Let me put him in spotlight. Toastmaster Alok, I would request you to pose the first question to Toastmaster Tushar.
Thank you, moderator Toastmaster Madhura, and my worthy opponent, Toastmaster Tushar. If I ask the people in this room call, both of you, how did their parents marry? Arranged marriage or a love marriage? I'm sure the answer will be arranged marriages. And I'm sure that they have been successful in raising us as a model citizen, which our society, our country, our neighborhood can be proud of. Looking at you all, there's no doubt. But we also know what is the fate of the love marriages. Look no further than the United States. Divorce rate is 50% of the first marriages. And don't talk about the divorce rate for the second, third, fourth marriages. Tinder is for the tender hearts. Will fall at the first hurdle. Tushar, I'm sure that you will be acknowledging this.
Toastmaster Tushar, may we have your answer?
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok, for beautifully asking me this question. I believe marriage is a connection of hearts, and arranged marriage, I believe marriage is a connection of heart. If a person knows the other person, then he can get along with the other person for a longer time. And for that, love marriage isn't only options for that. Like your question said that our parents do got married in an arranged marriage, but at that time they were not having any options, but they were having, because first there were many problems that women were facing, but who was there that they can confront problem? Now women are coming out and they are trying to say that what problems they were facing in arranged marriage. So now, because I firmly believe that love marriage is a way to know the other person properly. You get a time of 6 months to have coffee, to have a dinner, to know his likes, his compatibility, the way you can get along with each other before getting married.
I'll request Toastmaster Tushar to ask Toastmaster Alok his first question.
So Toastmaster Alok, my first question is, don't you think that arranged marriage, while doing an arranged marriage, racism, ethnicity, family, financial background does matters the most than to know a real person and to have a natural contact?
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Yes, Toastmaster Alok, may answer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. I'm sure everyone has the fantasy of love marriages fueled by Bollywood romances. In spite of the overwhelming evidence, Bollywood dishes out movies full of fantasies, for they don't have to talk what happens next. And that we all know, definitely not together for the lifetime. And our young gullible friend, like Toastmaster Tushar, is easily swayed by the larger than life pictures. It is okay for the because they forget what happens next, not into a beautiful sunset. You're young and maybe easily gullible. Think not only from your heart, but also from your head. The passion and beauty isn't everything. And let me correct the notion that love marriages or is where everything is good. And in the arranged marriage, the question of racism, etc., comes in. Let me educate you, and so that you are better informed. The commitment is high. I will always talk about there's a commitment. Commitment is higher because it is a marriage not between only two people, which can fall easily. It's a commitment between two families, and this is going to last long. It stands the test of time and not will fall at the first hurdle. Similarity, which you talked about, Toastmaster Tushar, is taken into account. It's easy to be swayed by beauty, but maybe we do not know ourselves a lot. Maybe our mothers, our parents will know more about us. Similarity is taken into account. Similarity of our hobbies, habits, culture, religion, so that it leads to higher compatibility. And do not be swayed by just a gushy, lovey-gushy feeling, because what we know what really happens to love marriages. Respect for the institution of marriage is also high, because when you get married, not only the families, all the near and dear ones, 100, 200, thousands of people come and bless the marriage. That gives that sanctity, blesses the union, and ensures it is stable. And now you talked about there's no option. Nowadays, maybe the parents might initiate, maybe the couple might initiate themselves, but everyone has a veto power. That's what I have seen all around. Nowadays, there's a lot more veto power. I think the best of both worlds. So if the girl, if the groom doesn't like it, they always can say no, isn't it? So I think I have adequately answered the question posed by Toastmaster Tushar. And now my poser to you. How well you can justify the tender and bumblebees if the failure rate is so high? You know the person so well. You think of fonder hearts, lifetime commitment. What happened then? Why it breaks at the first instance?
Toastmaster Madhura. Should I?
Toastmaster Tushar, please go ahead and answer the question.
Like my opponent Toastmaster Alok said, I have to say on that this dating apps allows you to meet someone. You don't have to marry on the first go. It is just a profile that you like about someone, and then you meet. After that, you decide it after meeting with them for 10 to 15 meetings or 20 meetings. Then you can decide after 6 months of time that whether you have to get married or not. Nobody in this dating app is telling you to marry quickly. There is no getting married button on it. And like I said, when you meet that person, you understand that person. Like what it happens in arranged marriage, it's so 1,000 people had come to our marriage. It's a commitment of family. So after the marriage, even if you are unhappy, you can't even say anything to your parents. You can't even say anything to other. Because those many people are involved in our marriage, and you have a very big commitment. And now I have no compatibility with my husband. First, what they show the profile to us and what their parents given the incorrect information, now it's false. And now we got into trouble. And now I have to adjust with the partner. Why should we adjust with the partner? My belief is, first, knowing the partner, meeting for 20-minute meetings, you get to know about the overall human behavior, that how he is, how will he act in certain situations, and then you could decide whether you have to marry it or not.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tushar. Now, I would request you to pose your second question, the last question of this round, to Toastmaster Alok.
So, Toastmaster Alok, my question to you is, don't you think because of the family responsibility, because of the family pressure, that you have so much about this arranged marriage, you spend 10 lakhs in marriage function, you spend more money, you have invited 1,000 guests. After 6 months, you're unhappy with your partner. Now what? Because of this family responsibility, you can't even say anything. What if you say to your family, oh, I cannot get along with the partner? Your family will say, try to adjust, but it's your life. Don't you think that's very unfair? Over to you, Toastmaster Alok.
It is indeed not unfair, Toastmaster Tushar. You say it is a union between two people. There are bound to be differences. But in the current dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, and others, swipe right, get married. Swipe left, get divorced. The point is, arranged marriages have stood the test of times. Since the time immemorial, when the prehistoric man moved into the history, started agriculture, the stable marriages have been the root cause of progress which we have seen over the centuries. Stable marriage leads to a stable childhood. They lead to the next generations. And we have seen it not for decades, not for centuries, millennia together. It has worked. The new thought that if you are feeling trapped, the family gives you the time. It's just not that the family will impose everything. It gives you the time, it gives you the healing space, it gives you the time to take the marriage to take roots and not be uprooted the first attack. And there are bound to be differences. But what we see in the Western world, divorces, first time divorces are 50%, second time is 60%, third time is 70%. Is that lifetime commitment just over at the first hurdle? What happened to the children, which are uncared for, unwanted, leading to a host of other social ills? It's a cause because rather than feeling trapped, you give the sanctity to the marriage. That it is the central force on which the family is raised. On the basis of stable family, a society can be built. You strike at the root and the whole edifice will crumble. So my question to you is, despite all the evidence, why you still root out?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alok. So now I would request Toastmaster Tushar to provide his closing remarks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok, for proposing your points for arranged marriage. I will not say at all that arranged marriage don't work, but meeting people before marriage does give you an opportunity to know person better. Arranged marriage cuts you off from love marriage cuts you off from looking at the money before choosing a partner, looking at the family, looking at giving those dowries, looking at the good salaries of a partner. It cuts you off from that. And what if, like you said, what if after doing all, you can't get compatible with your partner? I believe that love marriage gives you an opportunity to connect. I believe for a relationship, there is only one thing that I believe is connection. When you are connected with the other partner thoroughly, then you can do anything for that partner. I believe not to be on a materialistic side, love should be pure, and that can be found. That should not, you should not consider love by manipulating some other people, by manipulating some thoughts on you that okay, you have to do this. No, it should be your own personal decision that yes, I want to marry him, I want to marry her. So at last, I would like to say that arranged marriage is not wrong, but love marriage gives you an opportunity to open more gates. Thank you so much, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tushar. Now I would request Toastmaster Alok to provide his closing remarks.
What happens to that connection, that lovey-dovey feeling, just after the first hurdle is met? Rapture, divorces, unwanted children, host of social ills. Is that the world which we are thinking about? The evidence overwhelmingly suggests that arranged marriages have stood the test of time, and even in current times. Therefore, arranged marriages are infinitely better than the love marriage. Swipe right, get married. Swipe left, just a break. Don't go for the latest hype just because it is the in thing. Look for something which has stood for generations. Over to the moderator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tushar and Toastmaster Alok. We can officially conclude the debate now. And we are absolutely, on behalf of Team Energy, I thank both of you for this fantastic experience and your insightful perspectives that you provided on the both vintage, the arranged marriage and the modern dating. Thank you so much for your time and patience.
Thank you, Madhura, and thank you, Tushar, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok, and thank you, Toastmaster Madhura.